Hi everyone, Ed here from Shades of Vengeance, and I'm back once again with Leo.
Hello, everybody!
Today, we're going to talk about episode 4 of A Titan's Rise, which is the final episode in this sequence. We had so much fun making this episode. We got to do the sci-fi interfaces, we got to do the spaceship, we got to do travelling around in space. It was absolutely brilliant. It was a dream come true for me. I love sci-fi.
We also got some classic exchanges between the crew.
We did. We got to do stuff in the mess hall, you know, as the crew sits down to have a chat. What we've done is we've skipped on another few years. So, Elliot graduated the academy, and he's now become a senior officer on board the ship, the Tyrannus Dawn. This ship is a relatively small ship. It's usually engaged in fighting pirates. And we come in sort of right in the middle of rumours. You know, there are rumours going around that, you know, the consortium is under attack.
Oh yeah, tensions are high, and it's a really nice. It's another return to this underlying conflict that Dragon seems to have following him like a spectre throughout his life.
He's more or less indifferent to all of these rumours. Until there's something to be talked about, he's just not interested. He's focused on his job, he's very good at his job, and he likes doing what he does. So we got to do a lot of stuff around various interfaces that he's using. You know, we got to do the whole Iron Man-esque sort of holographic interface stuff. And that was great fun. And we got to then go ahead and do even a space battle. Because there's a big part of this episode that is a space battle against some pirates. So, you know, they're pirate hunters. They end up in a fight against pirates. I'm sure that's a surprise to absolutely no one.
Business as usual, frankly.
And that's the interesting thing, because later on in the episode, he talks about how much stress it has been to be in combat constantly for months on end. And I'm very grateful to Callie Martin for this episode, because she is personally familiar with the military life, and my experience is very much on the periphery, so she was very helpful in her proofreading efforts on this episode to make it sound and feel realistic. But we find out that, you know, although he handles it very well, he's still internalizing a lot of the things that are bothering him. He's not talking about it, he's not letting anger out and yelling at people, he's just holding it all inside. And this seems to be one of the ways in which he's grown up, become a very repressive person.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that, actually, because he stopped lashing out anymore. He's grown up, but he's not inspiring the crew around him, but they recognize him.
I'd almost say that he's finally found peace for a time in this episode. He knows who he is, he knows what he's doing, and then everything is shaken up again. And all of these things, it's pushing him further and further every day. And towards the end of the episode, you can see that he's not dealt with absolutely everything yet. There's more to do, there's more for him to deal with if he's going to become the person he has to be.
The milestones that kind of gets through and encounters, they sort of come in waves at him. It's not so much a case of he's rising to meet stuff. He gets hit with dramatic changes. And like you said at the start of the this little series, it's about what people do when things out of their control affect them. And I think this is where episode 4 ties that up really neatly.
I think episode 4 is a great revisiting back to, this is something outside of your control. There's nothing you can do about it. How are you going to live with it? And you can see how he copes differently with what happened. Although the story is clearly not over for Elliot Dragon at the end of episode 4, it's a great break point, because once again his life has changed, and you can see that there are infinite paths ahead of him now. And he's going to have to make some choices. And our hope is that this Kickstarter is going to do well enough that we can tell you the story of those choices. But we're going to have to wait and see. Unfortunately, we have to, just like you have to. We're now at the end of the sequence of episodes, but Leo and I are not done talking to you. We're going to come back because we'd like to talk a little about the amazing, awesome rewards that the work from the various team members have let us provide. We've got some really, really cool stuff, so check in a couple of days, and we'll be talking to you about that.
Alrighty, bye everybody.
Thank you very much for listening.